Riverine premium beef for your unparalleled eating experience is produced from carefully selected prime quality cattle that are raised in the lush, temperate Riverine region of Australia. The cattle that meet the rigorous Riverine standard are grain fed for 100 days and graded under the Meat Standards Australia grading system to ensure the brand delivers on its eating quality promise. Here we go. Alright, to start with this you're going to need a great piece of Porterhouse. Fortunately I have a good stock of that. Now we've got this fattiness on the outside, intermuscular fat we call that. A lot of people like to trim that off. I like to leave a good whack of it on because as it sears off it adds flavour and moisture to the pan. I'm just going to take that little bit of sinew out of that side. Okay, pan nice and hot. Steak's been out of the fridge for a while, it's not stone cold. I'm going to pop it in the pan and we should hear that sear off and sizzle quite nicely. Now, a little bit of seasoning to that. Alright, so we need some diced onion for this dish. So when we're dicing the onion, I like to make a little claw with my finger and just angle my knife slightly away from my fingers so it's not too dangerous. Same back the other way. Then we'll get some lovely diced onion there. I'm going to need some parsley there, which I'm going to chiffonade up. That'll add some colour and a bit of flavour. A little clove of garlic there. Give that a little nudge, a little bit of persuasion with the side of my knife so it comes out easily. Now quite often you see people say we're going to seal in the juices. It doesn't really seal in any juices at all. What you're doing is basically caramelising the natural glycogen of the steak, the natural sugars, and creating a bit of texture in there. Got some good colour both sides there. We're going to pull that out and give it a bit of a rest there, and that'll allow all those meat fibres to relax. It's got the lovely beef flavour, it's got some flavour from the fat there, and we're just going to enhance that and bring it out with these pan sauces. I just love making a pan jus or a pan sauce. The flavours are so lovely and it's so much easier than mucking about with another kind of sauce. So we've got some onion, we've got some garlic, or what we call our aromats. We're going to saute off in there until they just soften off a little bit. And then we're going to add our mushrooms. I've got some button mushrooms there. And I'm also going to add to this dish, I've got a collection of exotic mushrooms as well here. So now this is a slightly Italian style dish, so we're going to add a little anchovy in there for a bit of a diversity and flavour there. It's going to add a nice saltiness. It's also going to add a little bit of protein. Once we go in there, we just need a little bit more olive oil for those mushrooms there, just to sweat them down. We're going to give that a little bit of cracked black pepper, a little bit of salt as well. And I'm going to deglaze this pan with some vermouth. The dry vermouth is the best. Now, stand back just in case it catches on fire, but it shouldn't. And you can see that just sucks all of that flavour out of the pan, which clings to those mushrooms and complements it. A little bit more vermouth. I've got a little bit of beef stock there, just a tad. If you haven't got any beef stock, you can always just use a touch of water just to get your consistency bang on the money. Now we're going to cook those down for a minute. Now we've rested this steak for about 4 or 5 minutes there. Just going to whack it back in the sauce there. What we're going to do to finish this sauce is just a tiny bit of cream, a little bit of parsley. It's going to make it nice and fresh. It's going to help cut through the garlickiness in there too. Pull that steak out, that lovely Porterhouse there. Work through the cream in that sauce and make sure your consistency's lovely and saucy there. A good sauce should always coat the back of a spoon really nicely. I'll just serve that up. We'll put a little bit on the plate there as a bit of a base. steak here. Just slice that. Sit it up there nice and proud like so. Give it a bit of height. Dishes always look more expensive when they've got height, I reckon. A little bit more mushroom on top. Bingo, bango, beautiful. Seared porterhouse steak with delicious wild mushroom and sauce.